Let's unbox and discuss Amazon's own purposely designed gaming controller for their Luna Cloud gaming service. It has Alexa, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, USB-C and a 3.5mm headphone jack. A quick peel of the seal, lifting the lid, reveals your controller in a black and purple design. It has a great textured design that feels comfortable in my hand and standard layouts that we're used to seeing on other controllers. You'll get a handy little manual that is worth reading as it explains the setup process, and make sure to scan the QR code to download the Luna controller app. You will also get two AA batteries, but you will need to purchase a USB-C cable separately. So to add the batteries to your controller, remove the back cover and place your batteries in. Next up is downloading the Luna controller app I mentioned earlier by scanning the QR code. This can be downloaded for a range of different devices. You can either sign in with your Amazon account or create a new account. Once you're logged in, it's time to set up your new controller. Follow the steps that easily connect your controller to your Wi-Fi connection, and then you can also connect via Bluetooth. Now it's time to choose which way you'll be using the Luna service. There is a website which I will link in the video description that will show you which options you have. I will be using Google Chrome browser on my Mac. You could also use Amazon Fire TV, and there are other options available. So let's talk more about the Luna gaming service from Amazon. If you're a Prime member, you will receive access to some selective free games. If not, you'll have to join their Luna Plus service and you'll get a 7-day free trial of Luna Plus service, or otherwise it costs $8.99 per month. So what do you get with Luna Plus? You have access to a growing catalogue of games that you can play all you want, play games up to 1080p at 60 frames per second, play together with friends and family whenever you are apart, play on supported PC, Mac, Fire TV, Fire tablet, Chromebook devices and web apps for the iPhone, iPad and Android devices. You can also link other accounts as well, such as your Ubisoft account. There is a further option to pay to experience a wider range of games from Ubisoft, and this will cost you $14.99 per month, so you can choose other game services to top up your subscriptions, giving you access to even more games. As I mentioned, it's worth checking out the Luna welcome page on Amazon. This will show you compatible devices and further information, and it will be linked in the video description. So let's take a look at the Luna web app that I'm using on my Mac, and also you'll see a little bit later on my iPad. So you have your home screen, which shows your games and other services you can sign up to. It will show different categories like Prime member games, continue playing the games you've already started playing, and also trending games and browse by store. So if you think you know what store it comes from, you could take a look, such as Ubisoft. Then you have your library, which shows you available games to play, search options and other options to filter your search. You've got playlist, where you can create a playlist of games so you can quickly jump into your latest games and try other games that you may fancy while looking through the store. Then you have your search option, so pretty self-explanatory. Again, this is another option that you can search for different games. Then you have an option which is called Couch. So with Luna Couch, you can play local co-op games with your friends, even if they don't have a subscription to Luna. So you share a wide range of games that you can play together. So what you'll need to do with this is, when you play together, you'll need a Luna Plus subscription, or your friend will. You'll start up a game and you'll send a code over to your friend. They'll put it on their Luna browser and away you go. You just sit back and enjoy. Then we have broadcast, so this allows you to broadcast your gameplay. So if you're fantastic at gaming, unlike me and some of my poor gaming skills that I'm showing off in this video, you can broadcast your gameplay to friends and family and other followers using Twitch. And then finally you have your settings section, which has a wide range of options such as parent control, saved game data, and one option that I think you need to check is about audio and video quality. So make sure to set it to 1080p, which will use up about 10 gig per hour, or drop down to 720p to use 5 gig per hour. So this is a rough estimate, and it depends on your Wi-Fi connection to your device, or if you're using an Ethernet connection. All cloud-based gaming, so you do rely on the internet connection. I must say, through my experience with playing games, I've had one little peak period of time where it slowed down. There's a little bit of stutter, restarted the game, worked absolutely fine. Other than that, my gaming experience has been a lot of fun and a lot of enjoyment. So you won't find any accessibility settings in the Luna settings service. However, with every game there are options within each game to change the accessibility settings. Being visually impaired myself, I will need to change some of these settings, so you can change them slightly to make it more accessible to you. For example, there might be a larger text option, slower actions, or narrate in the menu. Plus there's so much more, and there's so many games to go through and choose. If you want me to check out a couple of games, please do let me know. For example, some of the games I've been using so far, there's been a couple of options for colour, so I could change the colour contrast, and also narration in menus, which can be really helpful when navigating through menus. But what experiences would you like to see from an accessibility point of view? Loading into games is easy, just find a game you like and press play. You can also check out trailers and movies from that game. So some of my very poor gaming skills are on offer as I talk through the controller. The first thing I noticed is the texture design on the back of the controller, which is gripping. This is so amazing. It literally just grips in your hand and is a really good weight and comfortable weight. In comparison to the PS5 and the Xbox, I would say it's in between both of those, so it's not the lightest and not the heaviest. The controls are set in a very similar way to the Xbox controller, with an offset joystick control system, a D-pad that is responsive and using the A, X, Y and B button formats. With triggers and buttons that we are very used to from other controllers, it feels great and responsive. Well, with fast action games you really need it, especially in the skiing game that I've been playing recently. I need that brake button a lot more. So it's all happening in the cloud, and this is where you expect low latency and quick reactions, which I have experienced. As I mentioned, there was one slight hiccup. Restart the game, worked absolutely fine. However, I'm very fortunate to have 900 megabytes download speed here. My internet shouldn't be too much of an issue, but I haven't experienced any bad gaming experiences overall. One thing I did note, after every time you've finished a game, it will ask you how your experience is. You can feedback points as well. On the top of your controller, you'll also notice the USB-C connection. This is a little annoying that you don't get a cable in the box. However, with the Xbox controller, this was very much the same. At least you have your two AA batteries and you can get on with gaming straight away. On the bottom of your controller, you'll find your 3.5mm headphone jack. So any 3.5mm headphones have worked for me. I've tested a couple of those, plug in and play, and away you go. So I think it's really good that you get a free 7-day trial. You have the option to cancel anytime and you can choose what you want to play. I'd like to highlight though, with all of these gaming subscriptions, it could add up very quickly. So if you're a Prime member, you'll get some free games. That's really good. But with Prime membership, Luna Plus and say Ubisoft and other options, you could be looking at upwards of £50 per month. So it all depends what games you're going to be playing, but I would say make sure to only pay for the games that you are really going to play, or say that you're going to play all the games in this one subscription package and then switch them up, because you can cancel any time, and you subscribe through your Amazon account and use the linked services available. One of the biggest things that I've liked about this is the easy switch option. So I go from playing on my Mac to playing on my iPad. That easy. Because it's a Wi-Fi connection, it can choose between the different devices or a Bluetooth connection. So playing on my Mac to start off with, and it's been a lot of fun and really enjoying the games that I've been playing, but I may need to switch, or someone may need to use my Mac, or I could walk away and go and use another Wi-Fi connection, say in grandparents' house or in family and friends' house, and I could continue playing. So take the controller, take my iPad. What you'll need to do is download the Luna app, and it'll prompt you to do a Luna app, web-based app on your iPad, and then you can just continue playing. You set up your controller by pressing the menu and the B button, and that will set up Bluetooth for you, and then you can connect and away you go. You can continue playing on your iPad, which is amazing, and they'll quickly sync between the two, so you can finish on one, continue on the other. So the Luna controller here in the UK costs $59.99 from Amazon. My question is, will you be getting one, or do you already have one? Make sure to let me know which games I should check out, and I'll look forward to testing it out more, and I'll be sharing further content on TikTok and also on some YouTube shorts. So make sure to follow me and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. For me, Ricky, keep having a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.